All right, welcome back to the IOY podcast. Today I got a new guest on today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What's up? I'm Michael Klein. I produce Uncle Joey's Joint.
Hell yeah, man. Tell the people how you got into it.
Shit. I feel like I've told this story so many times recently too.
Oh shit, I'm sure.
No, well, just in my own fucking head. But I got into it, dude. I was fucking working in a cubicle, fucking just for the last 20 years, and I just had nothing to fucking do besides make music, because I'm into music and shit too, and play guitar and all that shit.
I seen that.
So I started like fucking with pictures and started doing photoshops and stuff. And I saw these guys, and once podcast started coming out, I started listening to JRE, and then I got into Joey with the church, and I even went back and listened to him on Beauty and the Beast with Felicia Michaels and shit. And so I was just a huge fan, and I had free time really.
Right, I work all day.
Shit. Yeah, so I would just fucking go and make a poster like on the toilet, fucking at the law firm, a lunch or whatever the fuck, whenever I had free time,
right,
and just post it with fucking the tour date shit info over top of it. I didn't know if they would fucking dig it or not. And eventually, after a couple, Rogan started retweeting them, and Diaz started retweeting them. And I was like, "Fuck this is cool," because I don't do anything else. It's like exciting and fucking exhilarating to fucking get that, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean that had to have been some shit, because you weren't even friends with him or anything before that. Nothing, just a fan.
I just followed him on Instagram and Twitter. Joey wasn't even on Twitter or Instagram until. After I started working with him, I started Mad Flavors World.
I thought I heard you say that. Yeah, now he got some million fucking followers, 1.3 or some shit.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man.
You helped him start that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I started it, but like it's mainly from like Joe and like all his friends fucking reposting stuff from that page that I was like making for him and stuff,
Yeah, no,
but just the fact that it was Joey's, it's people that love him that's actually following him. It's not like fake followers and shit like a lot of people pay for these days.
Yeah, there's a lot of that shit, man. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, so I this one, I think, it was like October, November, and he was coming out with Savage Dad in 2015.
Oh yeah,
I saw him with the picture of him and his daughter walking down the street with a gun in the back of his pants.
Yeah, and I remember
it and fucking uploaded it back, and he called me right away. It was fucking surreal. Really? It was. How the
fuck did you get your number?
It was on Twitter. I messaged him and added him on there, and he wrote back like right away on Twitter, like, "I love it, man. Can I use it for the album cover? Can I DM you?" So he sent me a DM, and then he followed me on Twitter, and then he started talking to me on the DMs in there.
Right.
I was just like, no way. And then in the DM, he's like, "All right, I'm gonna call you in a couple hours." I'm like, no fucking way,
dude. I'd shit my pants. What? That's fucking crazy.
Me and my girlfriend's first apartment, and we're like, I don't even know if she was home. It was just a weird fucking day. And I remember because I was doing shit like, I think the only thing that I had ever gotten shared before that was Ari Shafir he did he's still doing his Skeptic Tank podcast.
Yeah,
I think I did like episode fucking 115 or something like that with some dude that was fucking on Comedy Central that, I don't know, it was some tennis fucking picture. I don't know, but I was just excited about that. I was like, fuck yeah. And then Dean Delray, I did one for him, and he retweeted it too. I was like, oh, fucking hey, cool. Talking to like cool people. Like, I don't know. It was the beginning of social media for me. I mean, well, not really. I was on MySpace and like then Facebook and all that shit. But that was like friends and family and stuff, you couldn't like fucking talk to
a famous person or something like that
and get them to respond. What?
That's fucking insane. That's the power of social media, man. It's fucking crazy, but look, that's how I reached out to you,
Yeah,
it just really helps.
Yeah, and that's how I learned to do all this shit, was from them. That's why I wanted to start OneByOne back in the summer before that, actually.
I think the oldest one you had was like six years old.
Yeah,
when you first started. Yeah,
crazy, man. I didn't realize how long I took a break between episode 63 and 64.
Yeah, dude,
2 or 3 years almost. Fucking nuts. But it feels cool. I got a couple people that I'm talking to come on, and I don't know. I'm just getting used to back used to fucking talking in general, but like also with this shit, like it's weird to have to like talk to a camera.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, if you do them by yourself, I guess I've never done one by myself. I always have, someone come, or I'll do a Zoom interview. Is that what you kind of plan on doing with yours?
Yeah, I would just basically the same thing as the fucking joint, really. Like, if I don't have a guest, I'm just gonna fucking do one by myself. I've been sitting there watching Joey do them for over a year. Just I'm the only one in his audience, live audience,
sitting there in the back laughing and shit. You can always hear you laughing.
People keep commenting, "Oh, is Lee back, or is that Joey's wife?" No, I just got a fucking crazy laugh too. So.
This shit's funny as fuck, man. So I guess, like, so after, you started posting shit, how did it kind of lead into that position as the podcast producer?
Well, that was over a couple years, because I was like, that was November of 2015. I kept making posters for him, tour posters, and then eventually I started doing the episode podcast Photoshop thing.
Yeah.
And in December of that year, he asked me to be the church like official graphic artist. And I was like, fuck yeah. And that's when I made the Mad Flavors World page. And I started like making my shit on mine, and then posted it on there too, just to try and like, get people to fucking listen to the church more on Instagram, because I know
it did work. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just think there's like different people on Twitter than there are on Instagram.
No, for sure.
Like he wasn't like hitting those people that were over on Instagram,
Yeah, and he
definitely people on YouTube too. And now that I'm working all these different social media things, I can see like which people are on both, or which ones they are on. Most people are on like Instagram and YouTube. That's about it.
Not Twitter, Facebook no more.
Yeah, Twitter is just like it's just people self-promoting each other now and whatever.
Yeah,
but
kind of an old app now. I mean, really,
really,
always changing.
I think I made a TikTok page for like a couple years ago, but I never used it for him.
You should use it now, dude. Go. You actually might, because I've seen a few TikToks of him like hitting the bong, "Morning, motherfuckers," or some shit like that.
There's one. I think it's the Church of Uncle Joey on TikTok. It's got like 800,000 followers on there. Jesus. I was like, dude, we're gonna have to like talk to somebody about that. Dude, that's crazy. That's a lot of followers. There was somebody fucking posting last year, like when we got into this pandemic and shit, and he stopped doing the church eventually, and he decided to move. That's when I came into the picture as far as a producer was concerned. Before that, it was just like tour posters and like social media. I was handling the Mad Flavors World thing up until like July or September of 2020. So it was just kind of like all of a sudden the whole summer was just fucked. We weren't doing anything since March, and I'm just like twiddling my thumbs. And then all of a sudden in July, he emailed me and asked me to do that and get ready for it. We're gonna start fucking around in September. And then he was like, I don't know, we might want to push it back, because we were trying to like set it up in his one like area where we do the Zooms.
Yeah.
It's like his bar. We're trying to make that like the main spot, but I don't know. We were just, he wanted to get like a cool sign, neon sign behind him, but we couldn't find anybody to do that like in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
It was just a pain in the butt. So we eventually just put it back in his little back room there, made a little corner, and then the other corner is the album of the week thing for his Patreon. So
it works out.
Yeah. A little setup, But yeah, I just got the email and fucking said, hell yes, motherfucker.
Fuck, I bet, man. No shit. I mean, you gotta jump on that shit.
We were cool. Like I went to see him a handful of times before that, and we went backstage, so we knew each other. And I talked to him on the phone like a lot since like I started working with him, for the past couple of years. So
I
don't know, it just kind of just worked out that he was coming here and I was already here, because I was talking to him about moving out there like before the pandemic, dude.
Yeah.
And he was like,
fuck no, he don't want nobody there. He don't fuck with it
no, he's like, I don't need nobody else coming here and fucking their shit up, especially because the fact that I had a 3-year-old at the time, now I have another one, but like Kind of saved me on that one.
Yeah, no shit, man. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on out there, that's for sure. And I obviously, listen to the podcast, I mean, I've been listening probably since episode 7 because I didn't know, he fucking went and made another one. So then I was just like, I seen it on my buddy had showed me it, and I was like, what the fuck, really? And it was a whole completely different one, but I liked it, honestly more because I don't really, get fucked up or high all the time and shit, you know what I mean? But now he's like talking about, some shit that's like life lessons, what I mean, and shit like that. And that's what I fuck with, I mean, because I want to continue to learn and.
Yeah, I always loved when he's talked about deeper shit on the church.
I know, yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I like, and that's what a lot of his shit is. Some of the Zooms, will be about, part or what he used to do with those people, but then he goes to the topics that are obviously with today's times, and they're just shooting the shit. But I really do like them life lessons one because I know sometimes he'll say. Oh, you got to deal with the 2 Zooms or whatever today or this week, or he'll said some shit like that. But so some people do like what he calls the ear beating ones more than the fucking
the Monday ones.
Yeah, more than the Zoom. I mean, what do you guys see more views on or more people reacting to?
I really do like. Well, I mean, it's really weird, dude, because YouTube will all of a sudden make it like 18 and up you have to sign into your YouTube account to even watch it. And just because of the content that he talks about, I guess, I don't know. Like, I don't know what other reason. I mean, he gets into some crazy fucking shit, and I have to put on there. I don't know, like when you up to your YouTube, it's like you have to put on not only the age thing, like I put it on there. No, this is not for kids.
Yeah, definitely no.
I won't put the 18 and up thing on there ever. That just like pops up. So that like diminishes the views right there, like at least in half, no matter what it's on, like a Zoom or, an ear beating one.
An ear beating. I know I fuck with them ones though, for sure. I mean, I like the Zoom too, but if I had to pick one, definitely the ear beating one.
I really like them too, man. Cause it's just, I feel like it's just like me and him sitting there and
he's just talking to you for an hour.
Yeah. He just fucking beat my fucking ear up for an hour, dude.
No, it's just I don't know. I guess it's so weird to like be talking to you right now because like I said, I've been listening since episode 7. You know what I mean? And I work at where I could listen on my earpods all fucking days. So every day I Monday or Wednesday. But if I was not caught up, sometimes I would have to watch 7 that day. But I would just fucking sit there and listen. Yeah, dude. I know. I heard that in your recent podcast that you did by yourself. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck I did. Just listening because it's an escape from what the fuck you're doing, that repetitive shit every single day. What I mean? It's just a nice escape. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what I know, man, because you said it.
I had a rotation too. Like Rogan, I could never fucking catch up on. By the time I started listening to him, he was already like 500-600 deep, and I was just like,
yeah.
But Joey's, I went back to like the first church because at one point Lee re-uploaded all from number 1 through the end on iTunes because they weren't there for some reason, but he uploaded them all and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go back and listen from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I don't know why, but he just catches my attention a lot more, and that's good that you get to be a part of that, and really get your name out there now too, and start doing your own thing. I mean, what is, I guess, your I mean, you just kind of want to be in front of the camera now, or what kind of turn that?
Well, it's not that I really want to be in front of the camera because when I had OneByOne before, it was just I would upload a picture, my logo,
and it was just audio.
And it was just audio before, and that was because I was just getting into it and I was figuring it out all by myself. Like even this shit that I do for Joey now, I had to figure it out all by myself. Like I watched a lot of fucking YouTube videos, a lot of Skillshare.
Yeah,
Want to fucking sponsor a motherfucker? I'll do a fucking class on how to do a podcast. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But I learned how to do all that shit on there. I had the first time I did a Zoom really was with Theo Vaughn, and I had to get help from his assistant on how to even set up the audio the first time, dude. Damn, it was kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to learn though at some point if you're going to do it, and you've really done a good job because, you know, I watched, like I said, from the beginning with, you know, even his, like you can tell, like I think you guys started with an iPhone, if I remember you guys saying.
Still on an iPhone, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Don't
we
even
still
look like
film it
that.
with an iPhone, but the thing that is different is that I got a
Audio?
Rodecaster Pro,
Yeah.
and now we have the good microphones now. Because in the
Really?
beginning, he didn't want just a microphone in front of his face again.
He wanted
Like
to see himself as well.
he just wanted to see himself, and he didn't realize that I could set it up on like a little boom thing and have it low. So I was like using those little fucking, I don't even know if I have it right here. Yeah, these fucking things. Movo.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. And then
Using that for like the fucking first like 30 or 40 episodes because, and then eventually we got the girl that handles our the ads and stuff in the podcast, Fanny. She got us these Shure SM7 or whatever the hell they are, the fucking the Shure podcast microphones. She got one of those sent to him, and we've been using that ever since.
damn.
And then after that, because I was like, shit, man, how do you sync the audio with the video, bro? I'm sitting there like lining it up on Adobe Premiere, like trying to look at the fucking lines and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you right click or you highlight both of them and then right click and then hit synchronize.
And then that's it.
One button.
I know, but it's kind of hard to fucking figure out all them little, you know, tricks and shit. But I mean, obviously you've done a good job and you've really locked down on it, you know, and so now you can apply those skills to your own podcast that you're doing, and that's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah, that's the only reason that I'm doing video now, and the reason I'm getting back into it now is because I have so much. Like, I used to work 30, 40 hours a week, and then, or yeah, it was 30 or 40 because I went down a little bit when I had the first baby, and plus I was doing like side jobs at night with my friend doing sound for bands and shit.
Oh shit.
So, and doing the posters and stuff while I was out working with him and fucking taking a shit. So it's like now though I work with Joey. I go there Sunday and Tuesday, and then you know each of those nights I edit the podcast. I put it together for Monday and Wednesday, but the rest of the week I do the clips for like the YouTube pages. So.
But other than that, I mean,
so much I have time on my hands where I'm like, I feel like I'm just doing nothing right now, you know, in the background, and I can't fucking do that. I've always been like busy fucking doing shit when I'm, you know, either music, doing the podcast, doing the joint, making the posters still, because I'm still like trying to pump out fucking as many as I can for Rogan as I can when he does his shows these days.
Yeah, no shit.
The only one that I've been working with lately.
Yeah, because every place else, I mean, it's coming back, but still, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they always saying the numbers and bullshit are going up, but
yeah, who knows with the Omicron variant, Omicronic, who knows?
Whatever the fuck it is now. I mean, there's always some bullshit, but no, I mean, what I was saying is though, that's good that you have filled your time with more shit as well. You know, I mean. That now, I mean, what was the transition from, you know, your day job, you know, where you worked, you know, every day? Was that like when you started doing the podcast, you were able to quit that job, or?
I was working hard as shit trying to do posters. At one point I was doing Joey's posters, I was doing Rogan's posters, I was doing Josh Wolf, Steve Byrne, Adam Ray, Pauly Shore. Jeez. At one time I was doing all those, and I was fine with it. Eventually, they all just like kind of trickled off and started doing their own thing and had other people start working for them, whatever. But, you know, I was just fucking just trying to work and get it as much done as I could, you know?
All right. And then after that, it was just kind of donezo there or what? At the job?
Yeah. The pandemic happened. So March 13th, Friday the 13th, my last fucking day.
What did you know they were shutting down or?
No, that was just it was weird, man. We heard about the whole Corona thing, and then everybody started panicking, and the law office I worked at was like a real estate foreclosure law firm. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it was fucking fucked up, but I was like in the referral department, so that's why I could just do shit mindlessly and then listen to podcasts and stuff in the background and just be like, bam. But they were just like, I think the week before Friday the 13th, they were talking about maybe, going like halftime, like working from home a little bit. They actually, on Friday the 13th, they didn't lay us off. They fucking told us that we can go home, let us bring our computers home. And I worked from home for a week.
Oops, shooting, my bad. Set that down too loud.
I worked at home for a week on the computer because I could do that. I could have been done doing that the whole time though. But after that 1 week, they laid off like a whole bunch of people that were working from home. They were like, you just keep the computer, I use the screen for editing and shit because it's bigger than my laptop screen.
Yeah, fuck, might as well put it to use. I mean,
so from March until Joey hit me up for that shit, I was really just doing like little shows, posters for him and Rogan, because Rogan kind of kept going until like July, August after the pandemic started. Joey stopped to like the beginning of April. So like,
a few months before him. Then
I think we were just doing like ads for like we would do like ads for Instagram for like Manscaped and shit like that. Yeah. That was like the only thing that we were doing, and he was paying me to like help run the Instagram.
Damn. Well, I mean, at least you had some money coming in.
Yeah. And throughout the whole fucking thing, even though Rogan stopped touring and shit in like August, that whole from like August until whenever the hell he went out again, like April or May the next year, he still paid me every fucking month, dude.
Really? Damn.
Like he fucking saved me, dude. See, he saved my fucking family, him and Joey. Seriously,
that's
why I have so much fucking loyalty to these guys. Like, besides the fact that they fucking picked me up when I was real fucking low at certain times, just listening to their podcast fucking brought me out of a funk, Yeah,
no, that's really that is really fucking nice of them, dude. That's some dope shit. I mean, that's some. You won't even expect that from an employer to do that, but these are like, you got real, relationships with these guys, and, they really give a fuck about you as a person, and you obviously gave them good quality shit, and
I'm trying
to take care of you, man. That's from, like you said, you stay loyal to them for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're brothers to me, man. That's what we call each other, brothers, all the time. It's fucking so weird, dude. It is so weird to like say that.
Yeah.
But
but that's what it is now. I mean, it all started from you listening to their podcast and shit. I mean, that's what's crazy. I mean, you just never really know where it can lead. Just from trying something or listening to something. It opens your mind up to different things. Like you said, it really, listening to the podcast brought you kind of out of your funk or whatever you had going on. I mean, because think about it, working a job day to day, and if you're by yourself, repetitive, you're just in your head all fucking day, and you just think of horrible, bad shit. Oh, I should have did that. Oh, I'm a piece of shit. Oh man, I fucked up. I know that, but when I started listening to that shit all day, my mind was fine. It was just like, I'm doing all this shit, but I'm listening to my head. I'm having a good time. I'm sitting here listening to these guys just laughing. It's just
talking about crazy shit.
So it keeps you interested. It's not like it's not boring or nothing. It's like good shit. It's like crazy stories you never would fucking think you'd hear. But there's some real shit that comes out of it too. But no, it's just nice to have podcasts like that. And that's why. I really like mine. I started mine. I had a clothing brand, or I do have it, invest in yourself clothing. And then I wanted to give the brand a voice and talk to people all like you, such as yourself and many other people, and just get their definition of how they invest in themselves, what they're doing, what they do to that they love. Like you're producing Joey Diaz's fucking podcast. I mean, that's something fucking cool, and not, no one could say that, just Lee.
This one, he produced the other one. I can't wait to fucking give that guy a hug, man. I had him on OneByOne back in the day too.
Yeah, I seen that.
But they both gave me the fucking courage to do this shit, man. I can still remember the first time I recorded an episode, and obviously it was like a solo episode by myself.
Yeah, I think I listened to that one, the Me, Myself, and I. That one, yeah, I listened to that one.
Yeah, sorry. It's just, and that was like the third or fourth time I recorded that.
So you're just going in there trying until you're just like, fuck it. Because when you did these new ones too, like you're just saying like what to you was like awkward shit, and then you still record. Wait, I'm not saying that. Wait, and then you would cut the scene and then still left it in. And that's dope. That's something cool that nobody really does, and that literally just describes you as like you're getting back into this, but you're letting people know like you're enjoying it. At the same time, you're fucking around with it, even if you are struggling, trying not to sound weird, but like, you know what I mean? Like, but you're still having a good time with it. And that's cool,
Oh yeah, man. I need to, because this is like, when I was doing it before, it was like I got to talk to people, and it like just like this, like a cool conversation with somebody for an hour is something that doesn't fucking happen often, man, in real life. Like not even with like your fucking significant other.
Yeah,
most of the time, it's fucked up. It's crazy.
It is, but
fucking therapy, really. It's
I absolutely say that shit all the time. It's therapy because you get to talk to someone that's somewhat you guys are on the same mindset that you want to do your own thing, and you're happy with what you're doing, or you're trying to be happy with something you want to do, or just trying to talk shit, have goals, have some laughs, but at the same time just really hear each other out and listen. It's just it's something that you don't get to do all day. You go to work for fucking 9 hours out of the day. You don't fucking talk to anybody for an hour. You know what I mean? You come home, you want to take a shower, relax, you eat, fucking watch TV, hang out with the family. But I mean, it's not really like just fucking, like you said, just sitting in front of someone for an hour and talking. You know what I mean?
Every single time it's like somebody's got, and I'm a culprit too, but I got the phone in your hand sometimes. The other person has the phone in your hand. It doesn't seem like they're like fully paying attention to you,
Right. No.
Having the TV on in the background pisses me off sometimes, unless it's like The Office or something that I watched like 50 million times. It's just on to like soothe my anxiety. I know what's going to fucking happen.
No. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's a nice fucking thing. It really is, and I really enjoy it, and at the same time, I try to, anybody else that wants to listen to it, like, how Joey does his, just people can listen to it, and, it'll help them with what they're trying to do or deal with a certain situation, even if it's just me and you just kind of talking about it, and we've already went through it, and now we're joking about it, but someone might be going through it now, and like, what do I do? How do I get out of this shit?
It's like advice for somebody, but they can take it because it's through humor and love, they can understand it and absorb it a little bit better.
Right.
I get that, man.
No, and you're right too, that even I never really even thought about it, but when I do these interviews, like, no one's on their phone. Like, it's fucking weird.
Fucking
Trying to be
screen,
yeah.
if I look at like the actual thing right there,
the camera, then we will be.
But
no, I know what you mean. So what is your kind of goal with this, the podcast and stuff? Because I know you have music playing in the background. Is that kind of like your music that you have or that you play?
Yeah, I recorded that shit like years ago, but I have a lot of it that I've recorded, and I still record, and I like to get some of it out there. I always wanted to fucking have the band thing going and stuff, but that just kind of fell through in high school, and then after that I had a metal band and I played bass in that instead of guitar, and I wasn't really happy with doing that. And then me and my friend played acoustically, and that ended. So it's like, I don't know. I just have this itch to fucking make music and write stuff. So I took some of that shit and put it underneath the podcast, so that way I don't get no copyright claims and shit.
Yeah. Because in
the beginning, if you're like the beginning episodes, I was like just taking music. I didn't give a flying shit.
No, but
I wasn't making money. I'm still not making money off of anything, so it's not like they can do anything.
Yeah, until then. But
dude, I uploaded my own song.
Yeah,
recorded my friend that helped me start and get all the equipment for OneByOne. He has a studio. We recorded a song of mine, and it got a copyright claim on my own.
What the fuck? So what do you do when that comes up?
I don't even know. Like,
I've had that before, you know, because I done an interview with his name is HC the Chemist. You know, he did a lot of, you know, he produced a lot of beats and stuff for Bone Thugs and Harmony.
okay,
You know, and so I tried to, you know, he edited it and everything, and he used videos from their concerts, you know, their music in the background and everything, and I posted it, said you can post this, but you're not gonna make no money. So I obviously posted it, but like I was just like, but then you know, because the copyright claim popped up, and I was just like, well, what the fuck do I do here, you know? So I just still posted it, but I was just like,
yeah, they just get their money once it's claimed, you know. But I don't know if there's, because that was the only, I recorded 2 songs with them like 5 years ago, and they were the only 2 songs I ever had put on iTunes.
oh, so they knew
Available for sale, and then I like stopped it because it was, I don't know, the CD, whatever the hell website that was like the website you uploaded it to, or I did for those 2 songs.
right.
They kept charging me every month, but I wasn't obviously selling any of the songs.
So you're like, yeah,
I was like, fucking take that shit down, dude. I don't even need to fucking do that. I put it up on YouTube. But then I put it up on YouTube, and even though it's up and then down on iTunes, it still get a copyright claim. I don't know what to do. I don't even care really at this point, but
yeah, I don't know how
all the other shit that I record by myself at home on my computer and shit, like that shouldn't get a copyright claim.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Sample or something, but I don't really sample that much stuff.
So do you plan on, you know, I guess since you got all these songs, are you going to say when you run out of them? I mean, are you going to continue to kind of post the same ones? Because I mean, people probably wouldn't really.
Well, for the last 2 episodes, I used the same 4 songs.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I see. I couldn't even tell because it's just like background shit. I mean, so it's not. I'm
gonna use that first one though as like I think that's gonna be like my theme kind of song.
Yeah, I
really like that one riff, but other than that, like I might just chop it up. I was thinking about if I had time, I might just like write something, or I also had the idea of just kind of like playing something, like go back and overdub, and play along with it and kind of do like mood music.
Fucking movie. Whatever works. I mean,
I don't got that much fucking time.
What about did you make Joey Diaz's fucking intro with that guitar?
No, I wish. I asked him. He was like, "Nah, dog, I got to deal with the guy who made the church music, David Schuler, and just dude Gary Foster, who I think I'm gonna have on OneByOne soon. He was the drummer, but David Schuler wrote those songs for him, and he wrote these 2, the jazzy version that I use under the ads and shit.
Because it wasn't at first when you had the intro, it wasn't that the whole fucking it didn't have all the extra shit at the end. Like it wasn't as long. It was a lot shorter in the beginning, right?
Yeah, because in the beginning he didn't have the song. That's how like quick it was when we started this. He didn't even have the songs before we put the first episodes out. I think it was like 10 episodes or something in, maybe, before we even got the songs from him.
Oh shit.
So I don't know what the hell I was using before that, but once we got the song, the hard one anyway, then I was like, we need to have like some kind of like intro video or something.
Oh yeah, and he's like, what's up, cocksucker?
yeah, that thing. So I was like, here, I'll walk down the hall, I'll turn the lights out, I'll walk down the hallway with my phone, and then I'll just like kind of walk in and walk up to you. And we did it a couple times. It's hilarious.
Like, hey, what's up, cocksuckers?
I had eventually, when he gave me like the because I made that video.
Yeah. And
then this dude Ben Telford on Instagram, like a visual artist dude, he took my idea and like turned it up fucking 100%. Like that intro that's there now is that was him that did that.
Like with the old Joey's in the back, right?
Yeah. Well, that's part of the David Schuler track. Like that's the beginning of the hard song and shit.
Right.
He wanted it to make it seem like you were going into the bar and shit.
Yeah. Because you can hear the glasses clinking and shit.
Yeah. If I never played the actual intro to the jazz version, like the softer song that's playing under the ads, that also has an intro like that, but it's like a girl like bringing you to a table and asking you what you want to have to drink or something like that. I'll have to put that out because I never even thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be something good to put out there.
But yeah, it was. And then he gave us that video for the intro. Just he was like, "Here, man, I just love you guys and want you. You know, I was working on this, and I figured I'll just fucking send it to you." And I was like, fucking awesome. So I took that and then put the song over it and like kind of chopped up the end of it to make it a little longer and added all the weird like weird shit at the end. And now we just use that as like the intro after the ads, you know.
Yeah, that's
and
cool as fuck.
Recently, because the whole thing, it's been an evolving fucking podcast, man. I think it was like a couple months ago, he asked me, he's like, "Hey, can you make something after the intro before the Zoom starts, like a little like video kind of thing with the picture of the guest that's coming on, you know?"
Yeah.
I think it was right before like the Soprano people were all on in like September and August.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
So I was like, yeah, let me figure that the fuck out. So dude, all these fucking things, like I used to edit the whole entire podcast in the very beginning on my phone. I used to record it on the phone. Then there's this app called Video Leap. I would upload it into that thing and then add all like the words and all the fucking the text and shit for the ads and stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually he started doing longer and longer recordings and the phone just wouldn't fucking take it. The app would like by the end of the video that the audio and the video would be off a little bit. And I didn't know what the fuck happened. I was like, what is going on with this? And then that's when I was like, you know what? I've been paying for Adobe this Premiere Suite or whatever the fuck for the last like year or two from when I started. And I was like, you know what? I have Adobe Premiere. Why don't I just try to edit it the real way? And that's when I watched YouTube and fucking Skillshare videos.
Yeah, and figure
together.
Yeah, I mean those videos really fucking help, all of them. But no, I mean like I like that shit though. I love watching something evolve, from beginning to continue to now. You know what I mean? Because you got to start somewhere, and I mean it's like you said. I mean there's a lot of progress, since it started. Not that it was ever bad, but I mean there's been a lot of progress since you guys started and now got a routine going. But it takes a little while to build that, and you add different shit in the mix, but I mean it seems pretty locked. I mean every Monday, Wednesdays you guys got something dropping.
Yeah, man, it's pretty fucking cool, dude. Like it sucks, like the Zoom ones are great and I love like seeing all the cool people that we talk to, and because I'm sitting there when they get on and then I say, all right, come over here, so I get to see fucking cool people. But like when I get home, and I'm sure like the fucking editing is fucking just takes forever, especially if you want to do it the way we do it with the multi-camera thing, and you're like going from one camera to the other to both. Like I got to sit there and actually watch it over again and press 1, 2, or 3 as it's happening for the the multi-camera thing to work.
See, right now my Zoom, how I record, it has me on this right side and you on the left, and we're both recording at the same time, both of our faces. So it's not, while I'm talking, it don't just show me.
Yeah. Well, I leave it like that. That's how I record it.
Right.
But when I bring it home, I take it and I fucking put in the line for the Adobe setup I got. I copy it 3 times, and then on the first one I have the 2 of us. And then the second one, I zoom in on just the one. And the third one, I zoom in on just the other one. And then I overlap them. And I think it's called nesting in Premiere.
Yeah.
And you can put like links them all together and you enable multi-camera. And then it'll give you like all 3 different views. And you push the fucking space bar to play. And then you hit 1, 2, or 3 to go to whatever one you want to look at. Like if somebody's talking and you just want to look at the one person, you just hit the 1 or whatever. But in order to do that, you have to sit there and rewatch the whole hour-long fucking thing, after I get home.
Right. So that's how you guys kind of prefer how to do it? Just like, while someone's talking, have it just on them?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really just how I felt. Like I've just been doing it what feels natural to me, really. I just sit there, I rewatch the whole thing, and I just have my fingers up there on the computer, like, If it's kind of both of that, if he's talking and I want to see like what the other person's reaction is, I'll leave it on both of them. Yeah. But then if the other person starts talking and then because I can still see what's going on the other cameras if I zoom in. So like I can see he's like taking a sip of water or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
People love when he takes sips of water.
Yeah, because it's so loud. It's like, you know, and then fucking, yeah, no, that shit's funny as fuck, dude.
I know. I keep buying them fucking Deer Park bottles too.
Well, fuck it, man. I mean, it's natural, you know. It's just that's just what it is, you know. It's a podcast.
I tried covering them up, but it's just too hard to fucking go back and just see. I have to look at the video. Like every time he like
takes a sip,
I got to really go back and lower the volume.
Oh fuck! Is it really that big a deal though?
Sorry about your luck. And so many people complain about it, man. It's
really?
Crazy. They complain about that, and they complain about me laughing in the background too. I'm
what
like,
the fuck?
What the fuck do you want, bro?
I think that shit's funny. I mean, I'm
silent. Like,
you don't say nothing. Go to your corner.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think that shit's cool. I mean, it's natural. I mean, that's just what it is, you know. Just like,
yeah. And he turns around and like asks me shit sometimes, so I gotta like. Somebody will ask me what he was talking about.
That's a lie. A lot of times it'd be like, oh, wait, what the fuck was I talking? Because you go on for a rant.
Yeah, just stop. Honestly, 90% of the time I remember, but there's 10% where I'm just like, he gives me fucking reefer and edibles and shit, man. Right. I'm not like, I've been in training. I've been in training before he even got here, you know, on my own.
Yeah, no. Didn't I think I seen on your podcast he gave you some like laughing gas or something? You had the package.
Yeah.
So that's his own brand then, or they?
Yeah, fucking. I am.
Is he on that shit?
He's got like a little
logo. That's cool as fuck, dude. Pretty fire or what?
Oh, dude, it's crazy good. It just sucks that we can't like get a lot of it over here yet, you know.
Is it legal there?
It's legal here, but like I don't know what the whole deal is with shipping it from California to here, you know. Mm-hmm. I think that's still got to be done on the DL a little bit. But he's looking into like getting a shop open next year because they're supposed to like start selling recreationally next year.
Oh, so yeah, because you guys had a vote or some shit, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Only took fucking forever. Dude, I've been waiting since I was like in 10th or 11th grade for weed to just fucking be legal. Just fucking shut up about it. Dude. But now that it's going to be, it's just like, whatever. I could still get it.
Yeah, either way.
I'm probably going to get shittier shit now that it is legal, you know?
Yeah, probably.
He was looking into a card, like the medical card for New Jersey, because you get like more THC in your weed. Because it's medical grade, so it's like more powerful shit.
See, I live in Nebraska, you know, so it's not even fucking illegal here or legal here at all. You know, it's completely against the fucking law. I never got picked up for, you know, that. I mean, I've fucking had like MIPs and shit, you know, drinking when I was a kid, but you know, I mean, never had the bud, but I don't know. It's always been such a big fucking deal for some reason. I don't know,
man.
I don't.
I finally got arrested when I was 27.
What? Really?
First for weed, dude.
What?
Only time I ever got arrested. Only time I ever got in trouble. I was fucking smoking a blunt with my friend after we got out of work. Right. We were working at a pizzeria. This is 13 years ago now. Fuck me. But we got out of this pizzeria and we went across the street to a CVS that was just, we were sitting in the parking lot. He went in there to get the blunt to crack open and fucking roll. And our dumbasses sat in my car. He cracked it, dumped it right out.
Oh my
on the fucking in the parking lot. And somebody got out of the car and like looked at us and like walked in. And apparently they were like an undercover.
Jesus.
When they went in, they like called and he was waiting for his girl to come pick him up. That's why we were smoking there. And then I was going to leave and he was going to leave with his girlfriend. I was like, all right, cool. I should have just drove 2 minutes to my fucking house because it was right around the corner. And as soon as like he got out of my car and got in hers and went out one way, I started going the other way. I think I fucking took a picture of the moon for some reason. And as I'm driving out of the fucking
moon.
parking lot, the moon, I don't know. It was a fucking, I had an iPhone like 4 or some shit.
Good quality.
So if I would have took that picture, I probably would have just passed right by him and went into my development and got home. But like, I was kind of stopped taking that picture when they like, came in, and then I left, and then they followed me and they pulled me over in my own development.
Jesus, dude.
And it was like wet outside, so like they had seen like some of the ash stuck to the outside door.
Oh fuck! So there's no denying it.
And it stunk. Like we just got done smoking in there.
So it wasn't even in your possession. It was just because you were high.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did have like a bowl and some weed in the center console, but it was just, like I didn't smoke that.
That was another time.
That was earlier in the day.
So how long did they put you in jail? Did you just have to get bail after a few hours?
It was that night. Like, I don't even know if there was a bail. It was just, and the cop that was driving me in, he was like, I know it's almost legal, even though this was fucking 13 years ago. He was saying, I know it's almost legal, but we got to do what we got to do. I'm like, you fuck, man. Dude, so,
God,
you know what? Ever since then, I've been so paranoid of it happening again that, like, I don't know. I feel like I should have probably stopped a long time ago.
Dude, I mean, that's what kind of happened to me. I had 2 fucking beers, and we went out to the country, you know, just to kind of drive around, and you know, we were just looking at the stars. We were looking at the stars in the fucking country. I had 2 fucking beers, but I was a minor, you know, so you know, I don't just the sky fucks everybody over, I guess. But that's nice. So
beautiful.
No. But you know, we're just looking at it and fucking, you know, then we see this car coming from like a fucking mile away, you know, because there's no cars out here. And I was like, let's just get the fuck out of here, you know. And we started driving, and that fucking car just starts hauling ass, and I was just like, fuck, dude, you know. So we turn right, and then we're just like, now we're in this fucking like dead end area. Like we thought we were going towards back to town, but then we ended up in someone's front fucking yard. And yeah, dude, I was like, how is there a fucking house here? And then after that, you know, the cop pulled up, he turned his lights on, and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing out here? You know, what do you guys got going on? Oh, we're just going home. We're walking in our house. Why? And he's like, oh, really? Who lives here? And I was like, fuck. Yeah, you got us. I was just like, yeah, we're fucked. You know, I was just like, we had 2 beers, man. Whatever. We got an MIP. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? You know, and then, you know, I have to go to jail and sit there. I was just like, this is fucking nuts.
You have to spend the night, or was it a weekend?
No, hell no. Luckily not.
Actually, I remember my brother got arrested DUI one time, and he called me for some reason instead of my parents, and my dumbass did not pick up. Well, I did, but like I didn't like answer. Like I got the voicemail, and it was him like, do you accept the call from blah blah blah? Like, fuck. But he had to stay in there for like a day or 2 because it was the weekend. It was like Sunday or something.
Fuck that, dude. That would be just so fucking boring. I think, you know, I did my 2 hours of hard time.
Yeah.
You know, that was
weird. It was probably about that long. I was sitting there.
Yeah.
And I just had like, I don't even know. I mean, I know I had the handcuffs on the way there.
Right.
But, and then maybe I think I had one, you know how they sit you on the seat and then they put the one handcuff on you that's attached to the seat.
Oh, I never had to put mine on like that.
I think. They put the fingerprints and shit.
Yeah, I remember that. Dude, but when they did mine, they just fucking, he put them on fucking time. It's like, ow, what the fuck, man? Dude, I'm like, I had 2 beers. I'm not fucked up. I'm not going to do anything.
The back seat, I don't know the same kind of cop car, but the back seat was just like fucking sitting on wood. And
yeah. That's all it is. Like
what the fuck? Cozy. I know. It's like, where's the cushion, bro?
Dude, they took out all of it. Like, it's like, what the fuck? It must be like some kind of fucking hazard or something, or they just don't want you to be fucking comfortable.
Yeah, they want you to fall asleep back there. This ain't no fucking game. This ain't no taxi to the fucking hotel.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, it's just fucking whatever, dude. So now, like I was trying to say, though, that's why I'm paranoid. I do not drink and drive. And even though I'm fucking 21 now, I will not. Even if I have 2 beers, like I'm cool, man. I ain't driving. You know what I mean?
Like that, man.
Like
I haven't drank really in so fucking long.
really?
I just stick to smoking, man.
Just the bud?
Yeah, the bud, the edibles. That's all I'm about, man. Really, you know.
Yeah, just to chill out.
I did like acid and fucking mushrooms and shit back in high school and stuff, and a little bit after that. But and I probably could go for it again, like one more time, hit the reset button a little bit, But,
yeah, when the time's right.
Yeah, not right now though, because I don't need to be reset at this point.
No, fuck no, dude.
I'm pretty fucking good, and I don't need to be forgetting anything.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, it's. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like being. All I do like being in control of, my body and my thoughts and what the fuck I do. But when you get fucked up on that liquor or the drink, you just
it's different,
become a whole different person and do all kinds of crazy bad shit. You know what I mean? Like shit you wouldn't think you do, but it's just like.
I know you think you remember that. You think you can handle different shit when you're fucking a little buzzed on that shit. That's why I like just smoking, because it just, even whether it's indica or sativa, it doesn't fucking really matter to me, but it just relaxes me, gets me fucking chilled out, and then I can focus. Because I think I might have like some kind of ADD or something. Because when I smoke, it just like I can focus on what I want to focus on. Do
you got any anxiety or anything like that too?
Oh yeah, and it probably fucking fucks my anxiety up like a motherfucker smoking.
Some people say, a lot of people say, oh, well, you can't smoke because they're like, oh, it's supposed to help anxiety. It's like, dude, when I do it,
I don't know. I think if you've been smoking for as long as I have, it's probably
normal.
Affecting. It's either making you go back to normal, or it's fucking with your anxiety and making you a little more. Because I drink coffee too constantly.
Yeah, that'll get you going a little bit. Get that
coffee reefer. You're fucking going, and sometimes I feel a little tiny bit anxious. And I smoke this besides the reefer and shit. These little pens, the little vapor
pens or whatever they call them.
Yeah, which are fucking great because you can do that and it doesn't stink. Yeah. You can hit it real quick and fucking be back in the fucking room.
Yeah, no shit.
But nobody knows. Think those things fuck up your shit a little bit different than weed does. It's just it makes you feel a little harsh and weird because you're fucking. Well, have you done dabs ever?
Yeah.
That shit's fucking. That's
another level, and that's what that pin is. That's exactly what those pins are. I mean, you hit that shit, and it's just like a dab. I mean, but it's not the whole fucking rig and everything, the torch and everything else that goes along with it.
I had that thing going for a little bit.
Yeah.
No more torch.
Dude, them motherfuckers put you on your ass. But I mean, it's a good time, but then you get tired and you just pass out, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why I link it with the coffee, man, because when we have a long fucking day, I can go through like 2 or 3, 4 cups of coffee throughout the day.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, dude. And I'll drink like this one I'm drinking right now. I'll fucking have it, and then I'll probably feel like tired when we get off here. It's not like this shit's like hot chocolate right now, but I need it though, because most of the time I'll get done like helping put the kids to bed, and then I have some work to do. So I'll just smoke a little bit and then drink a little bit of this, and I'll be fucking set and focused.
Hell yeah, I really enjoy like them after the kids, go to bed, and then your girl's busy doing some shit, and then you could just work, for a few hours and just that time frame, and then it's all right, time to go to bed. I mean, I just I always have that every night. That's my time to work.
Night out. You have a kid?
Yeah, 4-year-old.
Me too.
You got a 4-year-old too?
I got a 4 and a 1-year-old. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, it'll keep you busy. You know what I mean? Especially the 1-year-old. I mean, fuck. Once they get to 4 now, I mean, they're
you can like leave them in the room by themselves.
Yeah. So you ain't fucking sitting there.
Get the blue on and go.
Don't fucking eat that. Get that out of your mouth. Give me that now. And shit like, it's just because I was watching my niece, and. I had her in the, the room playing with my daughter, and, they were just hanging out playing. And then all of a sudden she got the fucking crayon in her mouth, and I'm like, fuck, man, I forgot, because it's just like, because you have to like sit there and kind of watch him because, she's only like, a year old, a little over a year. I was like, get out of there. She's eating the crayon and shit.
Anything and everything that you don't want them to fucking have or do, they will.
Yes, they will. Because I try to grab all the little shit, take it away, and put it in the fucking, you know, the other toy bin.
A little shit bin over there.
And there she is, just fucking finding all this other shit, you know, that's on the ground. I'm like, fuck.
No, we have like a sofa against a wall that's next to a window, so he'll climb up onto the sofa, get up onto the windowsill. I'm like, get up, down. You can't really do shit with him unless he's. Luckily though, like he's just started like taking naps during the day and letting us put him down in his crib.
Really?
So like, I don't, because I was just sleeping with him like.
Yeah, they get used to that.
On me,
yeah,
and then I'd be sitting there for an hour in the afternoon every day just with a baby on me, trying to fucking make a fucking poster on my phone.
Yeah, it makes it a little fucking hard, you know, but I mean, it's crazy. You know, I used to have my daughters, you know, sleep with us, you know, probably till she was 3, you know, she just always wanted to. And, you know, then when she was 4, she was terrified to sleep in a bed by herself, you know, but now she's like, oh, I'm a big girl. I'm gonna go sleep by my own bed tonight. You know, I was like, what the fuck? Just out of nowhere one night. And I was just like, really?
Weird. You don't need
she
no more? All right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. More room on the bed.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Our 4-year-old, he's good with sleeping and shit, but most of the time when we put him to bed, we have like a routine, like we brush our teeth and read books, and then we cover him up, but we don't like just say, all right, good night, and leave. I usually, like, since he was like a baby, we'll lay there and like we'll just like pat him on his butt until he falls asleep.
Yeah. And so you don't freak out or
yeah, because he just likes you to be there while he falls asleep and shit.
Right.
So like we're starting to finally just like stop doing that and be like, all right, Dad's got work to do and you got to go sleep like a big boy. So I'll come back in 10 minutes and check on you. You better be sleeping.
They like that being told, oh, you're a big boy or a big girl. You know what I mean? That's like their whole world. And you tell them, oh, you're a baby. I'm not a baby. You know, she'll start freaking out and getting pissed off. You know, she don't like to be called a baby, but it's just they really like hearing that big girl, big boy, you know, kind of shit.
Yeah, get them motivated to do shit. Yeah, maybe not clean the room up, but at least like maybe go to bed on time.
Yeah, no, I mean, get them to school. I mean, because my daughter started preschool, you know, like, you know, last year, you know, it's her 2nd year, you know, because now then she'll be able to go to elementary and shit. But, you know, she really enjoyed the half days, but now this fucking year she has to go all day. Yeah, and she's just like, oh, do I have school tomorrow? I was like, yeah, you do for the next 4 days. And she'll sit there and fucking ask every single day. It don't matter. And then when the weekend comes, Friday, she's like, oh yeah, or Thursday, because she only has to go 4 days. And she's like, oh yeah. I was like, she says, how many days? Yeah, you get 3 days off now, you know, and she'll just, you know, be all happy and shit. But
she was before that. She was asking like, when do I go back to preschool?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying right now, because he's on the half day thing, but it's like it's a fucking weird time. It's like 12:15 or no 12:45 to 3:10.
Yeah, that is kind of fucking weird.
Like, what the fuck? So I got every day we gotta like stop what we're doing in the middle of the day and take him. But luckily it's like 2 minutes up. It's like less than a mile up the road. So
well, that's good then.
God.
Yeah, nothing
bus or nothing. So
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
be that full day, man. I can't.
Yeah, that full day is nice. It is nice. I'll say that, because then you can really, you know, for me, I'm just getting out of college, but then, you know, I would usually do that all day. But, you know, now I'm able to work on, you know, the clothing brand and doing interviews with people during that time. So it's a lot fucking better, you know what I mean? So that's what I was going to kind of ask you, you know, what was kind of your transition? I mean, you kind of did tell me, you know, you kind of, you know, lost the job due to COVID. I was going to ask you, you know, your transition from just strictly, you know, working, you know, to doing podcasts. But I guess you were already doing the work in between time, you know, so like, how were you doing these posters? I guess, you know, you would just do them at work.
Yeah, because I learned how to do them all really on my iPhone. So I make all of them on there, and I have the couple of apps that I do them on right there. So
you would absorb any free time you had to, you know, be productive. You were still being productive, and that's what I like. I don't really like just fucking off scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, you know, during my free time.
I find myself doing it once in a while.
Yeah, I'd be too.
Like, if I'm going like this, I'm like, all right, fucking out. Like, why am I just going? Like, I'm waiting to see something that I want to fucking. What's going on? They got me. They fucking me.
No, really.
The whole thing, like, they just want to endless scroll. The fucking
it never stops.
Yeah.
No, I catch myself doing that sometimes too. And I'm like, man, what the fuck am I doing? You know, I'm just fucking off here, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to stay productive. And I like that you had that mindset to really do that at work and absorb your free time and continue to get, you know, you were getting paid on the clock for doing your work. Basically,
Exactly.
you know
They
what I
didn't
mean?
know about it. They had
That's
no
just always
clue.
nice.
Yeah. Well, I was getting paid to listen to the podcast that I
Yes, I
was
love that.
making ideas from them,
Right.
and then spending time on those while I was there. On top of it, like
That's
I
what
guess I kind of owe them money, but
well, they're gone now, so I don't think you'll be
I
being
know.
able to get them
Yeah.
back. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Go
go ahead, man.
No, I was just saying it's a fucking. I was just doing it, so the whole transition, it went from me not or me having to go to work all day and trying to do it in between all that to all of a sudden I'm fucking home.
Yeah.
But it was like I'm home and we have a son and my girl's pregnant.
So it's not like
So
you're
it's
just
like it's a little weird. It took a lot. It took a while to get used to it for sure. That whole summer, like she was pregnant and then, you know, it was just me and her. So it was like hard to get out with the 2-3-year-old.
right.
So I was like playing with him outside a lot and just trying to figure out what the fuck my next move was. I didn't even know what the fuck I was going to do. I knew I wanted to start this up again. I don't know why it took me an extra year to fucking start doing one by one again, but
better late than never.
Better late than fucking never, man. Yeah.
No, but I mean that shit really COVID, I guess it really opened a lot of people's minds on different shit. I mean, you got to spend time with your family. I mean, you had that time with your family, so it wasn't like it was a whole horrible thing. Yeah, you didn't have a job. I mean, that's stressful, but at least you got to have time with your family, and then you still had that backup pay, from Joe and fucking Joey Diaz, or Joey Diaz did too, or just Joe, right?
Yeah, both of them did, man. But I was actually like doing more work with Joey, so it was like, but he also hooked me up too for shit that I didn't need to get fucking hooked up for. Like, he was hooking me up for like the ads that he started doing on Instagram in the beginning. Like, he was hooking me up with some of that money too, just because I started the Instagram for him.
No,
so
that's cool. But
he's the real deal, and I'm a fucking lucky dude. I know that, and I'm just glad that it fucking worked out, and it didn't continue to be like just recording on an iPhone with one of those Movos.
Is that what you use? Is just you put the mic into the iPhone, right?
No, I don't even use a mic on the iPhone. I record that like I'm just standing there, but I have a little. This is the actual stand I use, so I just set it right up on his table.
So it has that good quality of a fucking.
This is an iPhone 12. Not the 13, but the bigger iPhone 12 one.
Mm-hmm.
This one. Damn.
Oh shit!
They all look the fucking same.
Yeah, they do. They just get a little bigger.
Do it on. I don't even do it on 60 frame per second. I just do it on 30 frame per second, and I just make sure that I don't use any, because he got this phone specifically for us to do this. Oh, so shit. I just carry that on me all the time, and I fucking use it. I make sure that there's like enough memory.
Yeah, because
I also, besides going back and forth on my personal phone, I also use this one to make posters and everything else for too. I got an iPad as well, but like, it's so much more convenient to do most of the shit on the phone because I can do it anywhere,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, taking a big iPad fucking with you might not be as fun, but
yeah. So I record that, just a video on that stand with him, and then I have a Rodecaster Pro. Yeah. I don't know if you ever saw one of those mixers, but they're rather new, as far as I can tell. Right. And you just it's like a professional mixing board, and it gets you that fucking deep like radio sound, especially with these fucking microphones. Those mobile fucking things suck, but with this, it just like automatically has that sound for you. So when I record, I hit record on this Rodecaster, and it's just his one audio mic that's in front of him. Yeah, and then I go over to the phone and just hit record on that, and then I upload them both to the computer and then sync them in Premiere. And then I get rid of the original audio. Yeah, so it's just the Rodecaster. Yeah,
that's okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it has good quality too. With the visual. itself. But for the most part, I watch it on Spotify, so I'm not really actually sitting there watching. I mean, that's what I don't expect anybody just to sit here for an hour and watch me on TV. To listen, that's different. You know what I mean? But to sit there and watch, I mean, I wouldn't even do that myself. I would listen, because I like doing shit while I'm listening to it, because I mean, that makes the most sense to me, really. That's why it's a podcast, because you can actually just sit there and listen, but at the same time, you got free time. Yeah, you can watch it, but
or if you got some kind of visuals on there that, you would like people to see.
Yeah.
Then that would matter. But other than that, yeah, man.
Right.
That's why I didn't have a fucking video for so damn long. I don't care. You don't have to look at me.
Yeah. But I guess, it kind of looks more professional too when it has the
that's visual. The only thing. Like I'd make like the Photoshop things that I would make for them for their episodes. I started doing them for my own, but like nobody knows who I am, so I put my face on that shit.
Well, now people are. I mean, that's how I became aware of you, just by listening to Joey's podcast, and I would always say Mike, and I was just like, who the fuck, is he? I mean, obviously it's the producer, but I was just like trying to look you up, and I eventually found you. I don't know how, but it was on Instagram, but maybe I looked up your fucking name and it showed up, and I was just like looking through it, and I was like, well, OneByOne, I was like, I never really heard of that, because it wasn't Joey Diaz kind of thing, but then I was just like, oh shit, let me click on here, and that's what your whole thing was with the pictures, and that you've done with them, the posters and everything. I was like, okay, this must be him. So I was like, all right, let me hit him up and just talk and work, because obviously, yeah, it's cool that you're on the podcast with him or you produce it, but I also wanted to hear from you, like, what you do as a person, like what goes on an episode, or how you got started into what you do, because you might not think it's interesting, but to me it is. I like to hear people's stories, and no matter who they are or what they got, I mean, it's just nice to hear them and talk to them and have a conversation with them, because you are doing something cool too, because not I mean, it's just producing, but producing, editing, and doing it's a lot of work, and for me it would even help me to just talk to someone else that does that kind of stuff. And
hell yeah, man.
So it's just good, and it's good to have have that kind of stuff, have those connections with people, because you just, I don't know, you just never know. I mean, we might do another. I would obviously like to do another one again, but it's just, I don't know, I just always like to do it with different people, and that's just about it, and it's good to talk to people,
That's how I did it, man. That's why I asked Lee to come on with me back in the day.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit, that's cool.
I wanted to learn from him. At that time, I was just fucking doing posters and shit, making him look funny and making Joey look funny, and but it was whatever they were talking about. It's not like I was fucking making it up out of nowhere. But
did you make their visuals too? Those little animated cartoons that was like on the Joe Rogans?
No, that's Pauly Tunes. He's a guy he's on Instagram and YouTube as well. I actually tried to see if he would make some for Joey, for us.
Yeah.
A joint, just because Joey fucking tells some crazy shit on there. It'd be cool to see that in cartoon form. I've been trying to learn how to fucking animate myself, but I don't have the fucking time to do it. It takes fucking forever, man. But he's like working, I'm pretty sure, like strictly with Rogan right now, because
he gets a lot.
He gets a lot made, and I don't know how long they take, but I'm pretty sure he's like a one-man show.
Yeah, so it would take a minute. I mean, yeah, and I think like from the ones that I have seen with him and Joe Rogan, like they're actually pretty fucking funny. The visuals they have him like sneaking into a fucking window or something, trying to crawl in through it or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's when he shit outside, that story.
Shit out against the wall or something.
He got caught in
it was a bear shit.
yeah, and then his cat was trying to scratch him or something on that video I think I seen. But I remember the one too, he's like, go fuck your mother or something. It's either blue cheese or wings, or go fuck your mother. That shit was hilarious, because that was one that that was animated as well. But no, I was just curious. I didn't know if you made those as well, because like you said, you do the posters. But
no, I'd love if I made those things, man. And I was just doing those little posters, photoshops.
Right.
Sometimes, a lot of the time I make the clips too for like the joint and stuff, but I'm trying. There's a lot of apps out there that make some cool shit, so I'm kind of trying to utilize different stuff and make sure that I can get things done timely,
Right.
and still not look like crap, you know?
Yeah, they got plenty of fucking apps out there and all kinds of different ones that we could definitely all use, you know, in whatever we do, you know, just to make any kind of pictures or covers or edit shit, you know. What don't you have a Patreon too?
Yeah, I started that a long ass time ago, but I never really fucked with it, and I just recently like turned it on, and I don't have any tiers or anything. I just wanted to fucking get on there and see how it works. Mainly because Joey's on his Patreon,
right?
And I don't handle. Somebody else handles like uploading stuff for him, like the bigger files and shit for him. So I never like went on there and saw how it worked behind the scenes and shit like that. And I wanted to figure out like how to go live from like YouTube to there or like Vimeo to there. We're trying to figure that shit out because he wants to do some new shit in the beginning of the new year. With the Patreon and with the joint. I'm not exactly sure what the hell's going on with either, but he's talking about a new studio for the joint.
Really?
Doing a couple of different things for Patreon. So I'm trying to learn like how the Patreon things work. I actually tried on my Patreon. I went live on my YouTube page, shared the link on my Patreon, and then did like 5 minutes on there. And then I went back and I checked it, and it's still there, and it still worked. And I made sure it was unlisted. Yeah. So in case like anybody tried to watch it or if there was copyright or anything, it didn't matter. Because he wants to make it so that people on Patreon can just see him and not everybody else on YouTube, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they pay to see like extra content over there.
Yeah, I've seen that because there's the tiers and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. So we do the album of the week thing. Yeah. I video those things and I put them together for him too, and then I send them to the to Karif to upload, and then he does all the other shit by himself though. Like I leave the mic with him and the little hookup so you can hook up the good mic to his cell phone and record like the Joey Diaz project episodes and then upload them for himself. So
is that Patreon? Or go ahead.
No, that's Patreon.
What was that? No, Patreon, was it is that free for you to use or does it cost?
For me, for OneByOne, I didn't put any tiers. So if you go on there, I think you can follow me, but you don't have to like donate or anything.
Yeah, it's just
his is like he's got tiers for different shit. Yeah.
But I mean, for you as a podcaster, is it free to like upload your shit on there?
Oh yeah, I haven't gotten like a bill for it or anything. I think once you start like making money through it though, like they take a portion of it.
So you just go up there and you can upload it just as a regular file, and even if it's 3 hours long, you can just upload it like that, or do you have to use
I think like the audio, the RSS feed thing that they give you, each one has to be like 512 megabytes or less. So like I think you could upload more, but you'd have to make the file like smaller somehow, you know, because he tried to do like a 25-30 minute one and it wouldn't take it.
Really?
It's too much. Yeah.
So they're just kind of for short clips, really, on that?
Yeah, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's what he does for the Joey Diaz project thing that he does. Yeah. He's like 150 of those already or some shit by now.
Yeah, I'm sure. But so what about like Spotify and Apple podcasts, I guess, because you guys are on there. Do you have to use those RSV, whatever the fuck?
RSS feed? Yeah, well, we have Libsyn we use as our main hub to upload the audio. So I go on to Libsyn.
And do you have to pay for those?
Yeah, Libsyn's a paid thing. You got to pay like, I think, because I pay $30 a month for my own Libsyn for OneByOne.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, and my dumbass, I've been paying it continuously. I think you have to keep it on iTunes, you know. So like these past couple of years, I've been paying $30 a month just
holy shit,
fucking just to not do it anymore. That's another reason I was like, I gotta do this shit, man. I'm fucking wasting my money. But yeah, you go to Libsyn and then you can upload it to fucking iTunes, Spotify, any shit, wherever.
So say I got like fucking 75 podcasts that I would like to upload to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Would that be in that $30 a month subscription that I could post all them, or do you have to do something else?
Well, I think it's because you only get a certain amount of data
right
in a certain amount of time or month or whatever. Yeah. So like back when I was doing OneByOne, I would go sometimes an hour or two and then have 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
And then I would, because I was at first it was $15 a month for like the shortest subscription plan. Then I was like getting to the point where I go to upload my podcast for the day and it'd be like close to the end of the month. And they'd be like, oh, you got to like pay this much to get this much more data because you ran out for the month.
That's my
so
issue.
Some of my episodes I had to pay the fucking extra, even more extra to get on there, and it was just me talking bullshit to myself.
Yeah, no, that's just was kind of weird. I mean, it's hard to get on there, I guess, for me because I have all of them, so I would have to figure out some kind of way to upload all 76 now.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, Lee did it, but I think they had to probably pay for it to do it all at once.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you did like, if you just went back and just did them like slowly over time, but you want to upload the current ones too. So,
right. And I'd fucking probably do a few every fucking week or so. I mean,
yeah.
I'd probably average like 6 or 7 every fucking month. Really.
I would just fucking put them on YouTube or whatever and then just continue from there on iTunes, you know, just be like, if you want the original ones or have YouTube, get a website, you know, start a website and have them. Really, we all should have our own fucking website and store there, you know, because like, what happens if Libsyn goes down? Luckily, I have this motherfucker is a Savior Lakai external hard drive.
Yeah, that's where I save all my shit, dude. Yeah. Jesus. Fuck that. I don't fuck around with that.
As soon as I get home, I fucking upload all the video from the phone to the computer and then all the audio from the broadcast to the computer. And then I upload that to the fucking hard drive.
And that's after your final draft. You'll save it in the hard drive, right? Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah, I save everything in separate too. Cause I make like, I'll edit. I have a set or a thing just for the ads in the beginning and the end. And I'll export each of those as a separate video. And then I'll go into another project that has like the whole thing. And then I'll bring those 2 videos in. And then I'll bring like the body of the podcast in. So it's like a method that I got going now. But I think that it might save me time if I just fucking do it all in one thing and then export that one time. Because otherwise I got to export 3 different fucking videos, you know?
Yeah.
But either way, I'm sitting there I got to export the MP3 so I can upload to Libsyn for iTunes and everything else. And then I got to export the MP4 and upload that separately to YouTube. Because I don't think that Libsyn does the video. Because right before when I was doing it for OneByOne, I had YouTube hooked up to Libsyn and it would just upload my picture that I gave them with the audio.
Really?
You know?
Yeah.
That's another reason why I was just doing that, because I didn't feel like my computer back then, dude, I could not figure out how to upload a YouTube video fast. You know,
I mean, it was 6 years ago. It was so hard. It was way harder to just upload.
I didn't have an Ethernet line. I was just working on Wi-Fi. I didn't even know how that even works. And I was doing Skype interviews.
Oh fuck, dude!
Shit.
No, I mean it was a different time, but 6 years ago with YouTube and everything else. I mean, it was crazy how much it changed. Now you can just fucking upload it on your goddamn phone for fuck's sakes if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but that's just what it is now.
Yeah, man. What do
you think about getting comfortable in, I guess, with life or in general, like with jobs or just getting into a routine, like you said, you didn't, I mean, for example, you stopped doing the podcast for the years. Were you just like comfortable with what you were doing, or what I mean, like what do you think about the whole comfortable thing?
I'm never really comfortable.
Right.
I don't think. I'm always worried about the next thing, and I'm always like trying to figure out, what happens if the joint ends. Right. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, if the joint ended, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. Yeah. What if comedy fucking stops again because of another fucking pandemic? Like, I'd have to go back to work and fucking just working in a law firm again, if they even had people working in law firms anymore. I try not to get comfortable because it's just like you get comfortable and then you kind of start to get lazy, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I was going through a little bit now, like before I started doing this podcast again, man, because I love it, but I don't. Playing Xbox.
Yeah. It can really trap your...
It can trap you. Like, and I have one friend that I worked with at this last law firm that we started playing like right before the pandemic happened.
Oh shit.
And we would play like Call of Duty, like we played fucking the zombie game like
all the time.
Constantly, dude. And we still do. Like I got what are the Black Ops 3, the Zombie Chronicles? Fucking I'm on that shit like all the time with him. But he went away for like 3 weeks to Africa for his family, a funeral for somebody in his family, and he's like, I can't bring the Xbox. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, fuck no.
It wasn't really a big deal, but it just opened my eyes to the fact that I was getting on there after doing like my clips or whatever work I needed to get done every night. And then I get on there and play for like an hour or two and then go to bed tired as shit and wake up tired as shit. And I wouldn't have anything accomplished or to show for it, you know?
Yeah. And see,
even though I love talking to him and I love playing the damn game and everything, I just have to like discipline myself and like cut it the fuck back down, you know?
Yeah.
And I was getting comfortable, just getting ready, getting done work and fucking getting ready to kill some zombies, you know? Like that was, he would get his drink going and I'd fucking get my bowl or whatever.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's just true though. I mean, you just get comfortable with shit and then like you said, you get lazy, you know. I just kind of wanted to kind of see what your view was on it, you know, because I mean, it's just something to really fall victim of easily, you know. And
I love being comfortable too. Trust me. Like I hate fucking working. I want to sleep all day.
Yeah,
like all day.
Yeah, it'd be fucking nice, but I mean, that's not, you know, how this shit goes.
You can't do it though. Yeah, you can't do it. And you let people down when you get comfortable and lazy, you know?
Yeah.
And you start to see it, especially when you have a family, dude.
Fuck yeah. There ain't no being fucking, there's like no fuck off time, you know what I mean? So it's like ever since, you know, I had my daughter, I mean, it's just, you know, it's a routine not every day. I mean, not a horrible routine, but I'm just saying it's, you know, like, all right, you know, work, take her to school, you know, come home, shower, eat, hang out with the family for a little bit, watch TV. And then, you know, after that, I work on the clothing brand interviews and shit and go to bed. You know, I mean, right now that's what it is. But like, you know, my hopes and, you know, what I want to be eventually is, you know, to have, you know, this be sustainable, you know, the clothing and the interviews to get paid off of it and shit. But, you know, that's the end goal, you know, I got to work towards that, you know. And if I start getting comfortable and I start fucking the shit off, then I know I'll never be able to get there, you know, if I just get lazy with it, you know, and then I'm not going to ever reach it. It's not, the shit don't come like that, you know what I mean?
You just got to stay on it, man. That's what I learned, especially from taking that fucking break. Like it really hurt me, dude. I went, besides not continuing what I started,
right,
and being consistent in that way, it also just like brought me down. Like I was missing it fucking hard, and it changed shit a lot. Like I was talking to a lot of cool people, man. I had fucking people from like bands on that I fucking loved when I grew up and shit that I got to meet, and he fucking took me backstage and shit. Like just shit that like means a lot to me, you know?
I mean, when it comes down to it, that's what it is. The podcast is to talk to people you really like and other people will fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's just, and that's what I've always liked about it, you know, because it's, you know, some people are going to like it. You know, some people are going to gravitate to it because they know that person. They're like, oh, really? You did an interview with them? Holy shit. Like, that's cool, you know? And it's just, you know, it's like to you, it's like, yeah, it's a good feeling, you know, that other people recognize that and see that shit, you know, because you know, you can be like a, you know, like a nobody to like famous people or some shit, but you know, they'll respond back and be like, yeah, let's do it, you know. And it's just like, holy fuck. Yeah, dude. It's just like, what
now my fucking heart starts pounding and I'm fucking like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, no shit. And it's just, but it's just like when it's happening, it's just like first minute, it's like, what the fuck? But then once you get into it, it's just like, all right, whatever. Because for me, I was just like, feel like this is what, I'm supposed to be doing. Like, it just feels right, but in the beginning, yeah, like your balls are shriveled and you're like, what the fuck? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? But you got everything researched and planned out. But like, still, you're just like, your mind goes blank for a minute. But then, the reality comes back and you're like, all right.
Dude, it's the same thing for me when I play music on stage sometimes. For some fucking reason, my shit just goes blank. But right before it happens, I think it was because my fucking family fucked with me. My 16th birthday, I had a band in high school,
right?
And we weren't great, and we didn't play like anywhere except for my friend's basement. But my mom had them secretly set up my birthday party so that we had to play at my party for my family.
Fuck, how was that? That's horrible. Always the worst because like
horrible.
Because when it's people or your family, it just kind of even makes you more nervous, like that they're around and they're listening.
Yeah, like those are the people I was keeping this shit a secret from.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And like now they know. Fuck, they're right here and watching.
They're backwards, man. I pulled a Jim Morrison. And fucking looked at the drummer like for the whole set. I didn't even turn around and look at my family.
No, fuck no.
I was the guitar player and the singer. I was so nervous, man. I couldn't even move. I was like,
yeah, because
that's like, how it is when you get on here too. Like even when you're by yourself. That's why I left that on that last episode. That's why I left that me trying to do an intro, because I see Joey do it every fucking week, twice a week, and he never ever fucking says start that over again. Never.
Fuck.
Anytime you see that fucking podcast, that's the first and only take that we ever do.
That's cool.
Which is cool. But like I'd want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like even though it's like just you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of times like like that first episode 64, I had to record that a couple times too because I just didn't like the way I fucking looked at myself in the camera. I was just like, fuck, man. Besides, I had like too much light on my fucking head, and I was like, we're gonna do this over.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I actually I came to to my parents' house, because I wanted to have better quality internet, because I have my regular place, my girlfriend's place and shit, and like it's nice, but like I came here because I do not want no absolute fuck ups, freezes, or anything because they're all home.
Cool. That's good on your part, man.
Yeah, because
a lot of people don't worry about that shit and they just try to do it with Wi-Fi.
Oh, fuck that shit. You ever do an interview with like people in the car? Like, dude, that shit, their internet is not good at all.
Yeah, I did one with this comedian Jessica Wellington from LA, and she was like. She was out on like a road gig somewhere, but she was like driving around with her little dog that she had at the time.
Fucking
we were talking while she was trying to connect to the Wi-Fi at the McDonald's or some shit.
Oh my god!
It was just audio, it wasn't like video or anything, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it's happened. It even just happened with Joey. Like I finally like ran a long ass Ethernet cable from his upstairs to his downstairs where we do the thing.
Yeah.
But like a couple of weeks ago, I think when Josh Wolf was on, I brought that cable home to like rewrap it because it was all fucking tangled up and shit. And I brought a different one and it was too short.
Oh,
I was like, fuck. And I was like, I don't even have. I think we're just had to do this on Wi-Fi. But luckily it worked good. Thank God.
Yeah, because you never know what that shit.
Last week we had Steve Simone on.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be last Wednesday's Zoom, but we got on and his thing kept fucking freezing and shit, and the video was freezing. And we were like, sorry, dude. And then Joey just did one by himself for Wednesday.
Just like fuck it. No, that's good that he can.
He was happy. He wasn't like pissed off or anything about it, but like it was cool.
Happens sometimes, Yeah. That's good that he can just go off for like a fucking hour. Yeah, just go off on anything. I mean, that's what's crazy to me, because I've never personally really done the podcast by myself, like just talking, so it's kind of that would be something new to me. I mean, I'd have to have like some topics planned or what I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. When I started, I had a whole notebook page written down of shit that I just kept looking at.
You just
especially because there was no video. I was just looking down. Put my head right to the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
With this one though, I recorded my episodes with the same phone, but instead of the Zoom whatever camera on the computer, so I had my notes up on my computer with the phone next to it, so I could actually like it looked like I was still looking, but I was.
Dude, I got my notes right up here in this left fucking corner. Every time I do an interview, I just have it right there, so I can just like look right there. I type them all, I mean, I just
smart, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, because if you're doing Zoom, who gives a fuck? No one's gonna care, but as long as you're on topic, it don't really fucking matter. I mean,
my problem was always just keeping on topic. Like when I was doing my own by myself, I'd like wander off in the fucking every other fucking thing. And then when I started like doing interviews with people, there was a couple in the beginning, man, where I was just like asking a question and then they'd start talking and I'd forget what the hell I'd asked.
Dude, I've done that shit before
and
too.
Going and going and going. Or they'd like get done saying something and ask me a question and I'd just be like, oh, wait, what we're talking about? It's like,
oh, fuck. They're like, what's your opinion on this? Of what you just asked me? I don't remember next time.
I think I probably did it like a half hour, 45 minutes ago.
Dude, that's just funny as fuck. No, I mean, I've done that where I blanked out. I don't even remember what I asked, because I just like get so into it and then just kind of forget what we were talking about. But I don't know. I mean, it just shit happens, Just move on to the next topic and be all right.
It's a fucking podcast, man. This ain't no like professional like TV show.
Right. That's what's the beauty about it, It ain't gotta be perfect.
Yeah. That's why I like not having a microphone on me for the joint, because it's like somebody obscure in the fucking background that you kind of don't really hear. I did have a microphone. I brought this one like a bunch of times, and then I put my like a little video of myself in the corner a couple of times too. Like, ended like episode like 60s.
You didn't fuck with it though, or like what?
That. But we both decided it just looked dumb.
Oh,
like I just had me in the corner there the whole time, and then he was like, just get rid of the mic too. I was like, okay.
It's like, I don't want to hear you. No.
Yeah.
No.
He kept talking to me, so I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, no, I feel it. That makes sense though. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's good though. I mean, now you can, like you said, you have the free time now to start your own shit. I mean, might as well be productive and do your own, because like you said, you don't know, like you said, if it would say, what if his shit was to close down, or is to stop, like you said, you never know, because but now, I mean, you can do your own shit, I mean, and try to like eventually get it out there, continue to just to stay consistent with it, not saying that his shit's going to go away, but eventually, everything does. But I'm just saying, like, then you'll have your own shit by then, I mean, just being prepared and having your own podcast and shit, just continuing to get your name out there.
Exactly my fucking idea, because he already hinted that he wanted to like maybe do the joint for like another year or two.
Yeah, and so I mean, there you go.
See what happens after that. But I'm just glad that I fucking got this chance to even help him out in the first place, and I'm just trying to do as good a job as I fucking can.
Yeah, really. Well, from what I can notice, I mean, I think it's fucking just fine, dude. I mean, I fuck with it, and I've listened to his old one, the church shit. I mean, yeah, it's great, both of them. I like both versions, really, but if I had to pick one, yeah, I fuck with the Joy more, man, because I don't know, I just like to hear it more. I don't know.
I mean? It's a different thing, man. It's not him, and because back then I was getting fucked up, like smoking a lot, and like I'd listen to them and just I'd want to fucking smoke while I was listening to them and fucking just because of the shit, and shit. Sometimes, honestly, like if I didn't have weed, I wouldn't listen to the church sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they just make me want to, and then I'd get fucking like pissed that I didn't have any. I put JRE on instead,
Yeah.
Fucking reefer all the time. But it was a different thing. It was a different time. He still gets fucking stoned. He still takes edibles at night, I'm still waiting. I think I only smoked with him like 2 or 3 times since he moved back, but it was a weird time, There was some time in the middle there where I was like wearing a mask all the time, going over there because we weren't sure with the COVID shit, So he just didn't want to fucking smoke a bone with you.
Yeah. Here, you can have your own.
I'll take it. Yeah. But yeah, he's generous as fuck though, man. He's really the fucking man. I can't. Like, I don't have any fucking bad shit to say about him at all. He's my brother from another mother.
Exactly.
Crazy. So weird.
No, I'll fuck with it, man. Well, I guess I just had a few more questions for you if you got time.
Yeah, man.
Okay. What is a lesson that you've kind of learned from, business or just even in life that, you may have been screwed out of something that you can prevent someone else from going through, with some advice?
I guess just be persistent, man.
Right.
That's all I was, and I wasn't even really trying to be like on top of shit, fucking messaging motherfuckers like every goddamn day about shit. If you're interested in something, do what you do that you love, that you can make or whatever. Cause I'm just, I don't know. I hate saying that I'm a creative because I hate talking about myself like that, but like, I like to create shit.
Yeah, you do. I mean,
I do, and like I want to put it out there. So if I make something and I want to include somebody else in it or somebody's likeness or something, you just fucking tag them and that's it. Let it go. Don't fucking if it's big enough or if it's cool enough, they'll fucking react to it. And if they're a real person, they will react to it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just be persistent and don't let any fucking buddy or anything get you down and like get you to the point where you don't want to keep going with your shit. You know what I mean? Don't let the outside fucking influence you. And it sucks and it's hard, but sometimes even like family does it, so you kind of got to like
block them out somewhat too.
Yeah, a little bit. Just do your own shit. For me, it was like I was just doing my own shit and not telling nobody, like who cares anyway, but like I'm just doing this shit. Like half of these people in the office that I was working in were probably listening to the podcast that I'm working with, and they didn't know that I'm sitting there doing that shit, but whatever. I like being the fucking man behind the fucking man, or don't pay attention to the man behind the fucking curtain.
Well, now you are in front of the fucking curtain.
Yeah, doing the podcast. Curtain. So, yeah, man. Just be persistent and don't let anybody fuck with you.
Fuck yeah. What are some struggles, I guess, that got you to where you are today?
Not knowing how to fucking save money and like basically that. Like I didn't go to school like right after high school. Like I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
I figured I had a good paying job. That's what I was doing right out of high school. I was working at these law firms and shit. So I had a pretty good job, making all right money, getting good health care. So it's like, fuck, I don't need to fucking do any of this other bullshit. Like I'll just do this. But you just gotta fucking keep going. Real. Just gotta keep fucking going.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird fucking thing to struggle with shit like that. Like, especially when you don't have help with like people, like certain jobs, or like your parents can't help you out with fucking paying certain bills, or like you don't have a place to stay, or, you're living with your girlfriend and things aren't going too well or whatever, like all that. Life is a fucking struggle, but it's really just finding out how you can like work it so that you can like kind of just ride that wave.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, for real though, dude. I mean, you go through so much shit and it's just like, I don't know. I mean, life never is just going to be like, oh yeah, it's so great. And there's nothing wrong, but no,
you could make it that way eventually. I feel like, I hope like,
well, yeah, I mean, but like, say you get there and, someone, might pass away, then you got to go through that, that's just what I mean by that.
Yeah. You got that. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Just like other shit outside of yourself, but I mean, you as a person, you can decide to be happy every day, but outside shit's always going to happen. That's what I mean by that, but it's just learning how to cope with that, and everything like that. But I mean, I think, that life can get to a point to when you're doing something you enjoy and you love, and you don't have to worry about no other fucking jobs or nothing like that. I mean, you can stay consistent with your own shit. You're going to be alive.
With me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, be a lot more happier with what you got going on in life.
Yeah, if you don't, or if you like what you're actually doing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, for real.
Mm-hmm.
How do you invest in yourself?
Just by learning more and more shit, dude. Besides wasting time on Xbox playing these zombie games and shit. Like I've been, besides learning all this stuff and doing the Skillshare thing is really fucking cool. It's like, have you ever heard of it?
Well, I mean, you've been telling me about it. It's like for podcasters and shit or editing.
No, this is like, do you ever hear of Masterclass?
No, what's that one?
It's like another website kind of thing where people that are like doing like big shit, like fucking, they have like music artists, they have like people that make real fucking movies and shit, telling you how to do what they do. And Skillshare though is like regular people like us that fucking do stuff, but they make their own like tutorials and stuff. It's basically like if YouTube was like fucking a little bit better than YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, they leave a lot of shit out and they fucking, you just do this and this and blah, blah.
Straight to the point. Right. Yeah. Straight to the point. That's the nice shit.
Actually, I noticed a lot of YouTubers that have tutorial videos on how to do certain things. They also have a Skillshare tutorial video that you have to pay for, to get the full tutorial on it,
Yeah, so, it eventually will come to that, I would think. You're going to start paying for the free help you get on fucking YouTube and shit. Now, I would assume, someone's going to fucking capitalize on that shit, because everybody uses it. I mean, I don't know. Everybody make money off of that shit. Nothing's ever going to be fucking free forever, I don't think.
Yeah. That's how I invest in myself, man. I just fucking try to keep learning more and more shit. I learned how to
I love that.
Blender program that's like 3D art sculpture shit. Like I've been trying to do other shit besides the traditional like drawing and like the Photoshop stuff. I just want to, I don't know. I want to invest in myself by learning new techniques and fucking shit, ways to get things done faster.
Yeah.
Like for instance, when I edit the podcast and stuff, for the first like 75 of them, my dumb ass was just like, wait until I got home. I'd listen to the ads and then I'd fucking write down like when he said this, so I'd have to make the text come up. Now I sit down as he's doing them and I have my notes on my phone and I'm writing down
the time
that he says, put in code Joey. That way when I go to the thing when I'm at home, it's just like bam, right there. And now I have I have an ad project that just has all of the ads in it, all the texts and all that shit. I have it all saved in a line. So I just have to go through and pick which one I need for that specific day. Damn. So I've saved myself a shitload of time just in editing.
Yeah. I mean, but that's good that you have to go through that shit in order to get smarter about it or learn more about it, or just be like, shit, I can use the timer on my phone, fucking click right here, and just here's the time, instead of listening to the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? Trying to find those 2 minutes.
It's a huge pain in the ass. But now, like, I get home and I'll fucking on Sundays when I get home and it's just an ear beating podcast.
Yeah,
I'll just come home and upload the shit and I'll be done that in like an hour or two, and it'll be on YouTube and everything.
And then you just set a timer on what time you want it to come out or whatever.
Yeah, you can just schedule it like to come out. Like I put things like 7 a.m. on YouTube, and I couldn't figure out what Libsyn is, if it's like California time or Eastern time. So I just put 4 a.m. just in case it is Eastern or Western, so that it definitely comes out at 7 here. I don't know. I'm not up that early in the morning. Yeah,
it's 6 in the morning here, so then California would be 4, and then you're right. Yeah, it'd be 7 where you guys are at.
Yeah, but lately, fucking Libsyn and Spotify have been uploading like later on in the afternoon for some reason. Like they don't. And I fucking set them up like the night, like 10 or 11 the night before, to be scheduled to be released. So there's no reason, but whatever. But like that, like you know, and like with the Zoom ones now, I get them done a little bit faster because I learned how to do that multi-camera thing a lot easier and quicker. Like I have another new that method I told you about nesting and shit. That's I just learned how to do that within the past like 2 months. So
yeah, I mean,
before that, I was making, oh my god, it would take. I would have to take, because you know, like with the Zoom, it's just a black background and shit. I put that overlay on it, and then if it's like just one or the other, I have another different overlay on it.
Yeah.
So I would bring that home before, and then export 3 different videos with all the different layers, and then bring them back in, and then put them over top of each other and do the multi-camera. But now I know how to do the nesting thing where I don't even have to wait for that fucking hour-long export. So I over these last couple of months, I've saved myself a couple hours each time.
Yeah, Jesus, dude, yeah, that take a lot. You know, it really does. But yeah, it's true. They just have
go live. We can do like the thing live. Sorry, when we go live, it'll hopefully be easier. I won't have to go home and edit shit. I'll just put it together, fucking just upload.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. Imagine when that fucking comes. Yes, that'd save you a lot of fucking time.
Yeah, especially if we have a studio and I don't have to like drive home an hour, put everything back together, and then do it. Because right now it's like it doesn't suck that bad. I like to drive because I get to like listen to shit on the way there or whatever. But it would be cool to like just stay there and edit it instead of packing everything up, driving an hour, unpacking it, and then editing it.
Yeah,
it's kind of right now, but we'll see what happens in the new year. Hopefully, a studio pops up. We'll see.
Yeah. Where would you like to be in 10 years from now?
Hopefully doing the same shit, really. I just want to be creating stuff. I want to raise my kids right, you know, spend as much time as I can with them. And this is definitely allowing me to do that. And we're getting married next year, so we'll be official family. So that'll be cool. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And we'll, you know, maybe we'll have another one eventually.
Yeah.
A third child. But yeah, I just want to be doing this kind of shit. That's why I'm trying to set up OneByOne a little bit more, because you know, who the fuck knows what's going to happen. And I've always wanted this to be like my backbone thing to like do what I want to do. I want to use this to promote and project like the music and the art that I do. So
yeah, and it really was. I mean, it really does, because it's just literally you talking about it and talking with other people about it. If you interview people as well, and you know, and it just, you know, it's just something to listen to. It gives your brand a voice. That's what it fucking does.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing, man.
No, I mean but that's cool, man. You know, but that's all I had for you, man. Did you have any thing else you wanted to leave the people with?
No, I just want to say thank you to people that fucking have been listening, because I Joe and Diaz, they both tell you don't fucking read the comments. Don't read the comments.
I always hear that, yeah.
But I do. I don't know. I try not to take anything personally, but I see what people say and shit, and 90% of the time it's all good shit. You know, people are fucking down with it. And there's some of the negative stuff, but I try to put that on the side, you know. But I just thank everybody for fucking, I don't know, letting me come into this space, really. Because for so long, for the 8 years there, it was Joey and Lee, you know, and it is. Joey and Lee is a fucking great combination, and that should never, ever end. If it doesn't have to, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
But like that was the one thing I was worried about when I started working with him, was that people would think like I took this from Lee, or like I fucking did something, or something happened where, like, you know, I'm a fucked up motherfucker for
taking his spot.
Yeah, for taking his spot. But it's just how it happened, you know. And I was already working with them for the last 5 or 6 years behind the scenes, you know. It just shit happens how it happens. And you know, for the most part, people that actually like reach out to me, like you and other people, like they're actually cool and they have positive things to say, and it's not like those like handful of people that complain about the water bottle and and the
fuck them, dude. That's what I say.
What's that, ASM or whatever, SMR or whatever?
Yeah, ASMR, yeah.
People love that fucking.
Yeah, they like that shit. Eating pickles and shit on the goddamn microphone all up close and shit. You know what I mean? Fuck it, dude.
Chewing close like a little cat.
Yeah.
I used to record my cats and then put it because my girlfriend hates that noise, little cat noise when they're eating wet food. Like I record it and put it over to her ear. She's sleeping.
Yeah, but she didn't like that. No, but I mean, fuck it. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It's natural. That's just what it is. You don't like it, man. And, I mean, don't fucking say. I mean, I don't know. Don't fucking listen.
Don't listen. Don't whatever. Don't complain about the ads. Like, there's a fast forward button.
Yeah, right? Dude, exactly. Just go 6-7 minutes in, and then once you hear that music playing, you can stop there.
Duh. I mean, you really gonna waste like a whole minute or two typing a whole paragraph about complaining about the ads that are on his own show? Come on.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? You gotta get paid. You know what I mean?
Hey, everybody. I feel like everybody's like that though, because they feel so connected to him and the show. Like they feel like they're part of it and they have a say. And that's how I felt when I was just helping them out. You know, I wouldn't like voice it. I wouldn't say like, "Hey Lee, you fucking forgot to turn the mic up a little bit on that last episode, bro."
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, everybody's got to say something.
I know. You know, usually it's fucking, it could be positive, but you know, there's always going to be that group of negative motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Whatever. That's just what it is. You know, who gives a fuck? Fuck them.
It's all good. They're not the ones fucking sitting next to Joey Diaz fucking producing this shit. So I'm just like, whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah, you jealous fucks.
Whatever, man. It's a fucking blessing, man. I'm not even religious, but I'll say that it's a fucking blessing to be able to fucking call them two dudes my fucking bosses. It's crazy. They probably wouldn't even want me to call them their boss or boss, you know. They are fucking send paychecks.
That's crazy as fuck though. That's good though. That's good. You know, you got them, you know, and it's good that you're doing what you're doing, and it's good that you got your own thing going as well. You know, so you always got something to work on, do, and be busy, you know, and you know, be productive whenever you want, because you can do this for as long as you fucking want, and you put as much work in it as much as you want. It's just all about how much time you want to put into it and effort and everything. It's all
how far you want to go. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm gonna, you know, stop recording, but if you want to hang back for like a minute, you know, when I'll hit stop recording, and then, you know, we'll just say bye, whatever the fuck. but you know, thank you again for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, brother. It was a pleasure.
Oh yeah. All right, let me hit it.